See, it's good. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Leah, if you're not familiar with me already, and for those of you who are, it's really great to still be able to share this Sunday morning with you and still have our 10 a.m. yoga time. So I'm excited to be coming to you on your television, and this video is always available on our YouTube channel as well, so Passing at the Canyon through Watermark. So you can find it on YouTube and rewatch it again at your leisure. Go ahead and find either a chair or something else that you can sit on. It doesn't have to have a back on it, so even like a sturdy piece of furniture can be really good. Oriented in front of your TV so that you're ready to go. Find your seat. You want to start by coming forward in your chair. Make sure you can firmly plant your feet underneath you. I might suggest being in your socks or bare feet, especially since you're at home. Bring your shoulders in line right over your hips. Have a little space between you and the back of the chair. Lift your chest, sit up tall. Relax your shoulders. And rest your hands comfortably on your legs. Close your eyes. Start to simply send your focus inward. Start down at the ground and work your way up. Feel your feet lightly pressing down. Lift your toes slightly, spread them out, and then press your feet back down into the ground. Feel your legs get a little strong as you press the floor away from you. Knees line up right over ankles. Lift your chest. Extend your spine. Let your shoulders drop down and back. Relax your neck, your jaw, and your face. Start to notice your breath. Send your inhale down into your low belly and empty out on your exhale. You might find you like to take your breath a little deeper, a little slower, or you might simply observe your breath at the pace it's already at. Keep circling back to inhale and exhale, filling up as you breathe in. Letting go, releasing, emptying out. During yoga today, you're always welcome to take modifications to movements. If I instruct to do something and you think, that might not be for me, don't worry. You can always participate in the next movement or participate in a way that makes sense for you. I'll also offer modifications for sitting in the chair or standing up throughout practice. And again, you're welcome to make choices that make sense for you, choosing the moments for more intensity and less intensity that you would like. Open your eyes. Let your arms come down by your sides. Reach down for your fingertips. Get active through your arms and lift your chest. On an inhale, arms up overhead, reach tall. Extend all the way up through fingertips. Then grow a little taller. Feel your feet pressing down. One more breath in. Exhale, arms release down. Inhale, reach up again. Grow tall, extend through fingertips. Try to make your arms as straight as you can and squeeze biceps in by ears. Take one more breath in. Exhale, arms release down. Inhale up. Exhale, release down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release down. One more time, inhale, arms up. Exhale, release, arms down. Take hands back to your legs and come to seated cat and cow. On your inhale, lift your chest, let shoulders drop down and back, lean forward. On your exhale, round your spine, drop chin to chest. Inhale, lean forward, lifting your chest. Exhale, rounding back. You can move more slowly or more quickly, just moving through at your own pace. Finding a little bit of openness in your spine. Take one more round of cat and cow. Inhaling forward. Exhale, rounding back. And then come up through tall, neutral. Sit up tall once more. Take your heels right underneath your knees and press your feet down. Make both legs strong. Lift your chest, relax your shoulders. Arms up, inhale. On your exhale, make cactus arms. Bend your elbows. Now this position can be really passive, but the more you squeeze your shoulders together, the more active you'll feel in your arms and chest. Move hands back over elbows and lift up for one more inhale. Exhale, arms release down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus. Elbows in line with shoulders, shoulders squeeze together behind you. Take one more breath in. Exhale, arms release down. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Squeeze shoulders together, lift your chest. This time, just take a little twist side to side. Taking one elbow back at a time. Keep pressing through both feet. Finish in the center. Release your arms down and roll your shoulders out a few times. Take your hands on top of your legs, press both feet down, and lift to your heels. So toes lift high, flex your feet back and spread your toes. You can take your feet in and out, knees follow. Then finish in the center and set your feet back down. Take your feet just a little farther away from you, so legs just slightly bent. And again, lift your heels, toes flex back up towards your knees. Go in and out, just little movement. Finding the rotation from your hip. Come back in the center, both feet press down. Step your legs out almost straight. You might not be able to reach your feet all the way down. That's okay, flex back, toes lift up towards your knees. And last time, in and out, little rotation from the hip. Finish in the center and step your feet back down, heels underneath your knees. Sit up nice and tall, lift your chest. You can take your hands on top of your legs or hands to hips. Lift your right leg straight up and set it back down. Again, lift your right leg, keep it bent, just lift right where it is and set it back down. Press down through both feet and try again, left leg, lift up and set down. Again, lift up and set down. Press both feet down. Keep knees in line over ankles. Right leg lifts up, open to the side, and set your foot down. And then closing off, lift your right leg, close, and set down. Again, on the right side, lift your knee, open, and set your foot down. Lift, close, and set down. Try to keep shoulders up in line over hips. You'll naturally start to lean back, so work against it. Tall spine, waistline draws back. Press both feet down. Left leg lifts. Open out to the side and set down. Closing off, lift your knee. Close and set down. Again, left leg lift, open and set down. And close. Take your right leg, lift, open, set down. Left leg, same thing, lift, open, set down. Press your feet down and away from each other. You can take hands to legs for support. Lift your chest and just lean slightly forward. Press your feet down, strong legs. As you lean, you might walk your hands down your legs slightly. Walk hands back up, shoulders in line over hips. Close right leg and left leg. Bring your feet all the way together. Press your feet down, make legs strong, lift your chest, inhale. Exhale, lean forward. You might just hinge slightly forward and feel your feet pressing down to the ground. You might walk your hands down your legs and maybe even touch down to the floor. If fingertips or hands come to the ground, press the ground away from you. Make your torso strong. Full breath in. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Use your hands walking back up your legs to slowly roll upright. Stack shoulders over hips. Take feet hip distance apart. Press feet down. Arms reach up. Inhale. Palms to heart center. Exhale. Lift your chest. Inhale. Hinge forward. Exhale. Hold here. Breath in. And out. Then hinge upright. Arms by sides. Again, inhale up. Palms to heart center. Exhale. Lift your chest. Press through your feet. Hinge forward. Maybe leaning a little farther, but keep hands together. Inhale, shoulders over hips. Exhale, arms by sides. Last time, inhale up. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, lift your chest, tall spine. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Lean slightly forward, maybe leaning even further than the first two times. Then hinge back upright. Inhale. Arms by sides. Exhale. Press both feet down. Extend your right leg out. Flex and point your foot. Maybe roll your ankle. And switch directions. Then draw your knee up to your chest. Take hands to your shin. You can stay right here or squeeze in a little higher. Press your chest towards your leg. Big breath in. Exhale, release your foot down. Press both feet down firmly. Then left leg extends. Flex and point your foot. Maybe roll your ankle and change directions. Hug your knee up to your chest. Hands to shin. You can stay here or squeeze in. Lift your knee a little higher. Press your chest towards your leg. Take an inhale. Exhale. Release your foot down. Again, the right leg extends out. Flex and point your foot. Roll your ankle. And squeeze your knee into your chest. Squeeze up and in. You can stay right here or cross your ankle over your knee. Make a figure 4 shape. You can hold on to your knee for support, or you might let your knee drop away from you slightly. From here, hand to your knee and your ankle. Stay upright, or if this feels okay, try leaning forward. A little bit of lean will create more and more stretch in the outside of your right hip, so only lean so far forward as is comfortable for your knee and hip. Feel your left foot pressing down into the ground. Move shoulders back in line over hips. Hug your knee up to your chest. Try to extend your leg out once more. Then bend your knee and press your foot down. Press both feet down to the ground. Then left leg extends. Flex and point your foot. Roll your ankle. Draw your knee up to your chest. Squeeze in. You can stay right here or cross ankle over knee. Make your figure 4 shape. Hold on to your knee for support, or if this feels okay, let your knee drop away from you. Hand on ankle and knee, lift your chest. Stay here, or if you'd like more stretch, hinge from the hip crease, just lean slightly forward. It only takes a little bit of lean to create a lot of stretch, so be gentle with yourself, listen to the cues from your body. Press your right foot down to the ground and feel your right leg getting strong. Hinge back upright, knee to chest. Extend your leg, flow your foot for 1 moment, and then let your foot come back down. Inhale. Exhale, release. One more time, inhale. Exhale, release. Extend your right leg out, flex your toes back towards you. Take your left hand, your opposite hand, and reach towards your toes. You might be able to grab on, you might just reach in that direction. Bring your right foot back down, shoulders in line over hips. Take a moment to recenter. Then extend left leg out. Take your right hand, opposite hand reaches towards your toes. You might be able to grab your foot. You might reach in that direction, just extending through fingertips, flex toes back towards you. Release down. Switch sides again, right leg extends. Reach your left hand towards your toes. Extend through fingertips. If you'd like, you might reach your right arm up. Release down. Left leg extends. Flex your toes. Right hand reaches for your foot. Either hold onto your foot or just reach in that direction. And if you'd like, left arm goes up by your ear. Inhale. Exhale. Release down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release arms down. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, release arms down. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, release arms down. Take your right hand and cross for your left knee. Lift your chest first, and then draw your left shoulder back onto your spine. You might simply take your hand next to you on your chair, or you might hold on to the back of your chair with your left hand to give yourself a little bit more twist. Lift your chest. Think tall spine as you breathe in. Think shoulder back as you breathe out. One more inhale. Exhale, untwist. Left hand comes across for your right knee. Lift your chest. And then right shoulder rolls back. Keep pressing both feet down. Your right hand might come next to you on your chair, or perhaps to the back of your chair for a little more twist. Lift your chest, tall spine. Right shoulder draws back even more. Take one more breath in. Exhale, untwist. Inhale here. Exhale, hinge forward. You can stay with a slight lean or walk your hands down your legs, maybe folding toward the ground again. Press your hands down into the ground if you reach it and engage your torso. Make your abdomen strong. Walk your hands back up your legs, shoulders in line over hips. Twist again, right hand for your left knee. Lift your chest, left shoulder draws back. Turn your gaze either to the side wall or all the way over your back shoulder. This time, focus more on your feet. Press both feet down and keep your knees in line over your ankles. Naturally, your right knee is going to want to come inward, so make sure it stays out in line right where it should be. On an exhale, untwist and switch sides. Left hand across for your right knee, right shoulder down and back. Turn your gaze to the side wall, or you might look even further over your back shoulder. Focus on your feet. Press both feet down. Make your legs strong. And notice that your left knee is going to want to dip in, so take it out. Keep it in line right over your ankle. On an exhale, untwist. Big breath in. Exhale, hinge forward. Folding to your tolerance, maybe folding a little bit further this time. Walk your hands in and roll upright. Take your right leg and extend it out so your heel comes to the ground. Make your leg almost straight, but keep just a little bit of bend in your right knee. Flex your toes back towards you. Just like we reached left hand to your toe floating in the air, you're going to reach left hand down towards your toe at the ground level this time. Really anchor through your heel and press your heel down to the ground like you could anchor it all the way through the ground and maybe into your neighbor's apartment. Come back upright. Step your right foot underneath you. Left leg extends. Again, slight bend in your left knee, just enough that you can really press through your heel. And then right hand reaches towards your left foot. You might not reach all the way there, or you might continue to reach, extending fingertips all the way to your foot. Make your leg strong. Press it down. Come back upright. Left foot steps back underneath your knee. Lift to your tippy toes, so heels lift high, your calves engage. Keep lifting higher, higher, higher. And then lift your right leg just up off the mat and point your toes down. Nice, toes come back down. Keep heels lifting. Left foot lifts up, point your toes down. Nice, ball of your foot comes back down, and then both heels rest down. Take a moment and shake it out. If that felt really, really difficult, try taking your feet just a little bit closer to you. If your feet are too far away, it's really hard to lift your heels. If you take your feet closer, so knees are in line over toes, it can be easier to lift your heels up. So try adjusting your feet if the first round felt really hard, and then lift your heels high. Yeah, press your toes down into the ground. Slightly lift your right leg, point toes down, floating that foot just a little bit off the ground. Nice, ball of your foot comes back down, lift your heels. Great job, left foot floats up, point those toes down. Bring your tippy toes back to the mat, and then let both heels release down. Take your legs out, maybe roll out your ankles or feet. Yeah, whatever feels good. Take little movements, and lift your chest, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, relax your shoulders back. For these next movements, we'll be standing up, using the chair for support. You're always welcome to practice sitting down as well. You can take modifications that we've gone over in class before, or you can participate by doing the arms or just the legs of what we're doing instead of the entire posture. I'm going to turn my chair to the side to help you view the movements that I'm doing, but you can continue to face right up towards your toes. So go ahead, take a moment, stand up behind your chair if you desire. You can also use anything that's kind of like table height in your apartment, and something a little bit higher like the counter can also be really effective for these. So if your chair is not really stable to press on, you might choose something else. The back of the couch can work great as well. So go ahead and stand up, feet hip distance apart, so just underneath your hips. Take just a little bit of bend in your knees, lift your chest, and relax your shoulders. Stand up really tall. Take your hands to your chair, your counter, your table, whatever you're using. And just simply start by stepping back until your fingertips can just barely reach that surface. Don't worry, we'll lean forward so you can put a little bit of weight in it, but just step back as far as is comfortable for you. Then press your hips back as you hinge from the hip crease, leaning forward, and your face will come quite close to whatever it is that you're leaning on. Press hips back so they're behind your heels, nice, feeling that stretch through the backs of your legs. Press your hips forward to come upright. And then again, hinge from the hip crease, hips press back, bend your elbows as you lean forward. Face might be quite close to your chair or your counter. You can see mine's almost touching here. Press your hips forward to come back upright. And then step your feet out a little bit wider. As wide as is comfortable for you. Make sure your feet aren't sliding away from each other. And point all 10 toes directly forward still. Fingertips to your chair or counter, or lift your chest. Same movement. Hips slide back. You might take a little bit of bend in the knees. That is A-okay. Bend in the knees can be incredibly beneficial here. Press your hips forward to come upright. Big breath in. One more time. Hinge at the hip crease. Hips press back. Extend your spine. This time, if you'd like, you might walk your hands down your chair. Be careful of your head. Maybe using different levels on your chair, like the seat or the legs to walk down. And your hands might even find the ground, just if that's for you this time. Take a big breath in. Long breath out. Then slowly walk your hands back up. Either your legs, your chair, your counter, whatever you're using. Press your hips forward to bring shoulders in line over hips. Carefully walk your feet in underneath you. And step just a little bit closer to your chair so that you're like maybe 1 foot's distance from the back of the feet. Right foot stays where it is. Your left tippy toes simply come behind you. Yeah, take your hands onto your float your left foot just off the ground. You can always touch your tippy toe down for a moment of rest here, or just hold with your tippy toe down, working to balance on your standing leg. All right, float your leg up and hold it there. Little movements up and down, small and controlled. See if you can make them slower rather than faster. Nice. A few more moments here. And then step your left foot down underneath you. Make sure that you center the weight between both feet right underneath your hips. Then transfer the weight to your left leg. Right tippy toes behind you. Again, you're always welcome to leave your tippy toes down and simply work on balance in your left leg. Or you can always touch your tippy toes down for a moment. Otherwise, float your leg up and hold. Strong leg, extend back through your toes. And little movements up and down, slow and controlled. Trying to move slower rather than faster. Take a few more moments here. And then right foot comes down underneath your hips. Again, take a moment, make the weight even between both feet. Then transfer the weight to your right foot. Left tippy toe slide back. This time, you might stay here, or you might start to hinge forward. The more your leg lifts, the lower your torso gets, working to come close to parallel, or you might stop anywhere along the way that works for you. Yeah, nice. You want to keep a flat line across your back and your lifted leg. Tone inner thighs together. Think squeezing legs into the midline. Hinge upright. Left foot steps underneath your hips. And take a moment, maybe walk your feet out. Then transfer the weight to your left leg. Right tippy toe slide back behind you. Maybe staying here, maybe lifting again. Maybe you hinge at the hips. As your heel comes higher, your torso lowers. Warrior 3 is the name of this pose. Tone your thighs together and make your lifted legs super strong. Extend back through your toes. Hinge all the way upright. Step your foot down underneath you and pedal your feet out once more. Walk side to side. Moving into a few lunge poses. Right foot steps just behind your chair, about as far forward as you can get it. Left foot steps back for warrior 1. Bend your front leg and step your foot back far enough that you can lunge here. Shoulders in line with your hips. Move hips and shoulders to point right up towards your chair. You can keep holding on. You might reach one arm or both arms up. Stack your torso right over your hips and think tall spine. On your inhale, reach up through your fingertips toward the crown of your head. On your exhale, relax your shoulders. Again, inhale, grow taller. Exhale, relax shoulders. One more time, taller. Shoulders relax. Let your arms come back to the chair if you're reaching up. And switch sides by stepping left foot in, right foot back. And switch. Left foot comes forward about as far forward as you can go. Bend your knee and step your right foot back. Press your back heel down. Warrior 1. Stack your front knee right over your ankle, shin vertical. Press through both feet. Tuck tailbone forward. Shoulders stack right over your hips. You might keep hands on the chair. You might reach one arm or both arms up. If you're reaching up, extend all the way through your fingertips. Work to bring arms straight. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, shoulders relax. Inhale, reach up again. This time, relax your face as you exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale, arms down if you're reaching up. Step right foot in. Left foot back. Walk your feet out a few times. And switch sides once more. Right foot forward. Left foot back. If you'd like, you can take a break by sitting down in the chair and participate with the arms. You can keep hands on the chair for support or reach your arms up on your inhale. On your exhale, cactus your arms, open your chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus. One more time, reach up. Exhale, cactus. Reach up. Hands to the chair and switch sides. Left foot steps in, right foot steps back. Left foot forward. Bend your knee as you step back and lunge. Warrior one. Tuck your tail. You might keep hands on the chair. You might reach your arms up here, or you might sit down to participate in these arms. Take an inhale. On your exhale, cactus. Open your chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus. One more time, reach up. Exhale, cactus. And then reach up. Hands to the chair. Right foot steps in. Left foot steps back. We'll come into warrior two. I'm going to turn the face towards you again. Hands to the chair. Step your feet out comfortably wide. Again, not so wide that your feet are sliding away from each other. And depending what kind of floor you have, that might be kind of tricky. So take your feet a little closer together if you're worried about that. Hands on the back of your chair for support. Take your right toes, turn them out so they point directly to the side. And then bend your right knee in line over your ankle. Notice that my shoulders stay right in line over my hips, and my torso didn't move very much at all, in fact. Straighten your right leg again, and then bend your knee, warrior two. Move your knee a little wider, tuck your tailbone forward towards your chair. Make your back leg strong. Straighten your right leg. One more time, bend your knee, warrior two. If you'd like, extend your arms at shoulder height, arms out like a T, big and open. Maybe turn your gaze over your right fingertips. Straighten your right leg. Take hands to your chair, turn right toes in, left toes out. Warrior two, bend your left knee. Knee in line right over your ankle. And again, notice how my torso stays in line right over my hips, and I'm still basically centered behind the chair. Straighten your left leg. On an exhale, bend your knee again. Keeping everything open to the side, widen your front knee, tuck tailbone forward. Straighten your leg. Warrior two, bend your knee last time. Maybe arms out to a T, right at shoulder height. Lift your chest, relax your shoulders down your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Straighten your leg, turn all 10 toes forward. If your feet have been sliding away from you the whole time, might have been a little bit, maybe walk your feet in just a little closer. Lift your chest, and we're going to fold again. You might find that you're too close to your chair to fold the way you want to. If that's the case, simply step back, take your feet wide, and hinge from the hips. Leaning forward, you can stop wherever is comfortable for you. A little bend in the knees can be really helpful. And you might walk your hands down your chair or all the way to the ground. Relax your neck and shoulders. Maybe nod your head yes, and shake your head no. When you're ready, begin to slowly roll back upright. Stack shoulders over hips, and walk your feet in underneath you. Setting up for eagle pose. I'm going to demonstrate one round sitting down, and I'll demonstrate the second round standing up. You're welcome to do both rounds seated, both rounds standing if you're familiar with the pose. But if you'd like, go ahead and take a seat in your chair once more. Start with feet hip distance apart, right underneath your hips. Take your heels and click them together. Take your toes wide. Yeah, so find this position first. Really press your heels together. Then bring your toes together and close your legs. Press your knees together. Nice. So feel heels pressing in. Feel knees pressing in. Then take your left leg up and over your right. Your goal is to bring your knees and shins as close together as possible, rather than before we did an ankle to knee cross. Now we want to do the opposite. Knee to knee is what we're looking for. Squeeze your legs together. Lift your chest. You can stay here with just the legs, or you might take eagle arms, left arm under right. Start by crossing your elbows and reaching for opposite shoulders. If that feels okay and elbows can stack on top of each other, take backs of hands together. If that feels okay, maybe press your palms together. Stopping at whatever point makes sense for you, wherever that shoulder stretch has reached your capacity. You might stay here. You might lean slightly forward, taking elbows towards your knees. Keep a tall spine. Hinge back upright. Unwrap your arms. Unwrap your legs. And walk your feet out a few times. Yeah, and then again, start with feet hip distance apart. Click your heels in together. Press your heels down to the ground and squeeze your heels in together. Then close your toes, squeeze your knees in as well. Yeah, so feel how powerful both legs are already. Then take your right leg up and over your left. Work to squeeze your shins in together. So your right heel might want to kind of click out to the side and just use some strength in your legs to squeeze in together. Again, stopping where that stretch is sufficient for what you want this morning. Lift your chest, relax your shoulders, stay here, or add the arms. Right leg is over, so right arm is under. Start with opposite elbows. Maybe holding onto shoulders, you can stay here or press backs of hands or palms together. Lift your chest, stay here or hinge forward, elbows towards knees. Long spine. Hinge back upright. Unwrap your arms. Unwrap your legs. All right, you're welcome to practice sitting down in the chair. We'll do one more round the exact same way. Or I'll demonstrate standing up using the chair for support. So if you'd like, go ahead and stand up. Once again, I'm going to turn to the side to show you. It's a little bit of an easier view. Stand back so fingertips can just touch your chair. Bend both knees a little. Oh yeah, start with feet together. Bend both knees a little. Then take your left leg up and over your right. You can touch your tippy toes down outside your foot. You see that? Tippy toes just touch down, but it requires bending your legs quite a bit. Or you might simply squeeze your ankle in by your calf. You can continue to use the chair for support, or left arm under, take opposite shoulders, backs of hands, or palms together. Squeeze your legs in, strong, strong legs. Unwrap, unwrap, and walk your feet out a few times. You can do this sitting down in the chair too, just pedal your feet out. And last time, switch sides. Legs together. If you're in the chair, you can do that heels together, knees together trick. Bend your legs, right leg up and over your left. You can simply squeeze your legs in together or get that tippy toe all the way down. Hold on to the chair for support, or right elbow under left, hold opposite shoulders. Stay here, or backs of hands, palms come together. Lift your chest, relax your shoulders. Full breath in. Exhale, unwrap, release. Walk your feet out a few times. Either from your seat or from standing up, take one more forward fold. Hinging from the hip crease, leaning forward. You might want to step back from your chair. Pausing around parallel or walking your hands all the way down to the ground. If your hands walk to the ground, tuck your forehead towards your shins. Full breath in. Long breath out. As you're ready, bend your knees and slowly roll up. And everyone come back to your seat in the chair. We're going to take a few hand and wrist exercises, a few neck stretches as well. If you would prefer to do these sitting down on the ground in your apartment, you are more than welcome to. From there, we will move on to some of our final stretches. So that's a good opportunity as well for you to make your way down onto the ground if that's an option that you'd like to explore this morning. If you're back in your chair, go ahead and find your seat. Again, kind of come to the edge of your seat a little bit farther forward. Take your heels right underneath your knees and sit up nice and tall. You should be away from the back of your chair, using a little bit of strength to sit up. Relax your shoulders. Let them drop down and back. Then extend your arms out at shoulder height. Make a fist. Squeeze all your fingers in. And then take your knuckles and draw them down toward the ground. Yeah, nice. Feeling that stretch right in the top of your arms. Release your fist, spread your fingers wide, and slowly start to draw your fingers back towards your face. Imagine pressing away an invisible wall. Spread your fingers even wider. Even wider. Yeah, nice. And then draw fingertips back towards you. Release down, relax your hands. And then make a fist. Draw knuckles down toward the ground. Yeah, nice. Big stretch through your hands, through your wrists. Release out, spread your fingers and start to draw fingers back towards you. Yeah, spread wide. Press that invisible wall away. And then take your shoulders, plug them in, and drop them back. Yeah, nice. Longer and more relaxed through your neck and spine. Relax your hands. Woo, shake it out a little. And then let your arms drop down by your sides. Shake it out nice and low. Shake it out in the middle. Shake it out up high. And shake it out in the middle again. And back down low by your sides. Yeah, nice. Extend your right arm out. Make a stop hand. Your fingers don't have to spread, just whatever is comfortable for you. And then take your left hand, take palm to palm, and press your fingertips back. Yeah, make your right arm as straight as you can, and think, press forward for your right hand, pull back with your left. You should feel this stretch just here in the bottom of your right arm. Release that pressure, let your wrist drop down. Yeah, nice and relaxed fingers. And then left hand just to the back of your right. Again, gently pressing towards you. Again, only put as much pressure on your wrist as is comfortable. This should feel like a stretch. This should not feel painful. Release and switch sides. Left hand back, just neutral fingertips. They don't have to spread or anything. Whatever's comfortable. Palm to palm, and right hand presses back. I like to put more pressure kind of on my fingers than on my hand. That helps me feel more stretch in my wrist. You might find the same. Release down, relax your left hand, and then right hand to the back, just gently pressing fingertips towards you. Counter stretch right through the top of your wrist. Release. Let arms go down by your side. Shake it out a little bit. Take your head and just turn your gaze over your right shoulder. Let your left shoulder drop down and back, feel relaxed. Come back through center and turn your gaze over your left shoulder. Let your opposite shoulder, your right shoulder, drop down, feel relaxed. Come back through center. Turn your gaze to the right. Through center. And to the left. Come back through center. Drop your chin down to your chest. You might stay here just like this, or if it feels okay, you can interlace your hands behind your head. Draw your elbows down toward the ground, and just add a little bit of weight on the back of your head to create a gentle rounding in your spine. Release your hands, lift your chin, lift your chest, and then let your head fall over to the right. You might take your palm underneath your face to help support, or if it feels okay on your neck, you can simply let your head rest, or right hand on top of your head, elbow draws down, adding gentle weight. Again, choosing the option that makes sense for you. Use your hand to help support your head coming back up through center, and then let your head drop over to the left, stretching through the other side of your neck. Again, you might use your left palm under your cheek for extra support here. That can help, especially if you have any sort of neck or spine injury. If this feels okay, you may put your hand on top of your head, draw your elbow down, and add a little gentle pressure to increase the stretch you feel. Relax your right shoulder down. Support your head coming back up through center. And one more time, chin to chest, look down. You might interlace hands behind your head, only if that appeals to you. Drawing elbows down, adding a little rounding to your spine. Release your hands, lift your chin. Let your head fall over towards your right shoulder. Again, supporting with your palm if you'd like, or taking hand on top, adding a little more pressure. Relax your left shoulder. Try to make space between shoulder and ear. Support your head coming up through center. Gently go over towards your left shoulder, supporting or increasing the stretch. Relax your right shoulder down. Support your head coming back up through center and turn your gaze to the right. Back through center and to the left. Through center to the right. Through center and to the left. Come back through center and right back to our seated cat and cow from very early in class. Lift your chest, let shoulders drop down and back, lean forward. Round your spine, lean back, tuck chin to chest. Inhale forward for cow. And exhale, round back for cat. One more time, inhale forward. Exhale, round back. Come up through neutral. If you are on the ground, seated, you might take this opportunity for a seated forward fold. If there's any other final postures you'd like to take, certainly take a few minutes for those now. And we'll start getting set up for meditation here briefly. If you're still seated in your chair and you'd like to stay in your chair, walk your feet out a little farther away from you. Yeah, a little farther away. Legs not quite straight. Flex your toes up towards you and press your heels down. My feet are kind of sliding here on the ground. If you have that same issue, take feet a little closer. Lift your chest. Hinge from the hip crease. This is our last forward fold. Really active through your legs. Press your heels down. If you're seated on the mat, you might extend your legs all the way and just take a traditional seated fold, reaching hands towards feet. If you're in your chair, maybe leaning forward, maybe even relaxing your upper spine, letting your neck and shoulders relax. Walk hands back up your legs. Relax your feet down comfortably underneath your knees. And you want to come to a little bit of a more comfortable seated position. So if you'd like, you might scooch back on your chair and use the back of your chair for support. You might find something else to support you. Maybe you have a favorite seat at home. It should be something comfortable, but not so comfortable you'll fall asleep. So take a moment, identify the seat that's comfortable for you. Could be any position, something cross-legged or similar if you're sitting on the ground. Begin to quiet your mind. Notice your breath. And again, you might simply observe your breath at the pace it's at. You might find it comforting to deepen your breath, a little slower, a little deeper. Relax your shoulders. Allow your chin to drop halfway to your chest. And either gaze softly at the ground in front of you or close your eyes. Allow your face to soften. Relax your jaw. Relax the space behind your eyes. Unfurrow your brow. Let your focus be only on your breath. You might have a mantra that you enjoy, and you're certainly welcome to it. If you find that your mind easily wanders, I have two possibilities for you. You might say silently to yourself, I am inhaling when you breathe in, and I am exhaling as you breathe out. I'm inhaling, I'm exhaling. You might also find that you like to count the length of your inhale and exhale. Any number of counts will work. And you might, again, just observe your breath at the pace it's already at. Or you might even the length of your inhale and exhale over time. At the end of your next exhale, start to transition out of your mantra and back into your body a little bit. Maybe roll your shoulders or drop your head from side to side a few times. And then take a few moments to make your way to a comfortable resting position. It might mean laying down. It might mean taking a few final stretches on your own, or maybe finding a more comfortable seat. Start to set up for your final rest, Shavasana. If you're in your chair, you might let your feet go wide, your toes will open a little. Maybe rest your hands comfortably on your legs or in your lap. Feel your shoulders get a little heavier. If you've been making your breath deeper over time, you might allow it to get a little more shallow, simply breathing itself at its own pace. Relax your face, your jaw, and just be. Shavasana. Begin to deepen your breath. Take gentle movements to fingers and toes. If you're laying down, you might extend your arms overhead for one final stretch, and you can do the same if you're seated, allowing your chest to come forward, sitting up tall again. If you're laying on the ground, find your way up to a comfortable seat, sitting up tall, shoulders in line over hips, find your tall, long spine once more. Bring your palms together at heart center. We'll close with the sound Om one time, and you're welcome to sing along or listen. Release your air. Full breath in. Om. Bring thumbs to forehead center. With gratitude for this practice, namaste. Thank you all so much for joining in this morning. It's incredibly fortunate that we're all still able to come together and do this, even if it is virtual via the internet, and how lucky we are to live in that internet age. So thank you all again. Thank you so much. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.